Welcome to Before AGI Weekly. This week, we're really digging into the latest shifts in artificial intelligence. We've synthesized the key updates, the breakthroughs, the trends, basically trying to paint a clearer picture of where AI is heading, right now. Think of this as your essential download to stay informed in this super fast-moving field.
Exactly. We've been looking at everything from how governments are getting involved, adopting and regulating AI, to the really crucial need for infrastructure to actually support all this growth. Plus the global competition, ethics, efficiency. Lots to unpack. Our aim is really to connect these dots for you, offer some clear insights into AI's current trajectory.
Okay, perfect. Let's jump right in then. Governments are definitely becoming more active. The EU AI Act, for instance, it keeps moving forward. That general purpose AI code of practice is already on its third draft.
Yeah, third draft. And it's significant because it's the world's first really comprehensive legal framework for AI. Some parts are already in effect, and more rules, specifically for those big general purpose models, are coming soon.
It feels like they're really trying to set the pace globally with this.
I think so. It's a proactive approach, trying to establish rules early, and that could definitely influence AI development worldwide. Companies working in the EU or even just targeting it, they'll have to pay close attention.
Okay, and meanwhile, stateside, the US FDA is making a pretty big move.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. They announced an immediate internal AI rollout.
Across all their centers, aiming for full integration by, what, mid-2025?
June 30, 2025, I believe.
Yeah.
It seems a successful pilot really paved the way. They used generative AI, apparently, to help scientific reviewers with repetitive tasks, cut down on the grunt work.
That feels like a major step towards AI becoming, well, just a standard government tool, wouldn't you say?
It certainly signals growing confidence, even in a field as regulated as the FDA. Using it to augment human capabilities, free up experts. That seems like the strategic goal here.
And it's not just the federal level either, right? We're seeing more action from individual states in the U.S.
Definitely. State-level AI regulation is picking up steam. They're tackling things like algorithmic discrimination, deep fakes.
Which suggests there's a real sense of urgency, maybe because federal law is still taking shape.
Exactly. These issues, like bias or fake videos, they have immediate impacts, so states are stepping in. It could even set precedents for what eventually happens at the federal level.
Okay, so there's all this activity, but powering it, that's another story. Microsoft's Brad Smith, OpenAI's Sam Altman, they were talking to lawmakers recently.
They were, urging them to streamline the federal permitting process, specifically for the energy AI needs, and also pushing for more access to government data for training models.
Their main point seemed to be that our current infrastructure, especially energy-wise, might not be ready for AI's huge appetite.
That's a critical bottleneck. We talk a lot about the software, the algorithms, but the physical side, the power grids, the data centers, it's fundamental. And the fact that these leaders are highlighting it means it's a serious challenge. We need to address it to keep things moving.
And that infrastructure challenge ties into the global competition too, doesn't it? Particularly between the US and China.
Absolutely. It's intensifying. You had executives from OpenAI, Microsoft, AMD testifying before the US Senate.
Right, emphasizing the need for better infrastructure, but also promoting AI chip exports to stay ahead.
Precisely, especially with advances from companies like DeepSeek in China and Huawei's ongoing work. AI is becoming central to geopolitical strategy, economic leadership, national security. It's all intertwined. And hardware, the chips, are key.
But it's not just about raw power. Efficiency is also becoming, well, more of a focus.
Yes, definitely. There was an interesting machine translation study recently. It compared newer approaches like LLMs and multi-agent systems to more conventional translation methods.
And what did it find?
Well, the newer AI seemed to perform better qualitatively, at least according to human evaluations. The translations felt better, perhaps, but they used significantly more resources, like a lot more compute power, energy.
So it raises that question, is the quality improvement worth the resource cost?
Exactly. It's a question of sustainability, really. As models get bigger and more complex, can we afford them? Efficiency needs to be a core design principle, not just an afterthought.
Okay, let's shift to the ethical and legal side. That's evolving fast, too.
Always. Research continues to stress the need for human oversight, especially with AI-generated news content.
Why is that? Concerns about data, copyright?
All of the above. Data provenance, potential copyright issues, the opacity of sources, and of course the risk of generating fake news or misinformation. It seems we still need humans in the loop for reliable, trustworthy news. AI isn't there yet on its own.
And speaking of new challenges, there was that court case in Arizona.
Ah, yes, the AI-generated video of a deceased victim used in sentencing. That sparked a huge debate.
Understandably. Questions about admissibility in court, the ethics. Can you even verify the authenticity of something like that?
That's the core issue. How do legal systems handle AI-generated media? What are the rules for verifying it? Preventing manipulation. It's really uncharted legal territory. We're just starting to grapple with these questions.
Now, amidst all these challenges, there's also a lot happening in the open source space.
Yes, which is great to see. IBM, for example, just contributed 3 new AI projects to the Linux Foundation AI and Data.
What kind of projects?
They focus on things like document intelligence, understanding documents, better ensuring data quality, and also decentralized AI. It's about democratizing access, making these advanced tools more widely available, fostering collaboration.
Which seems to be paying off, like OpenGVLab releasing InternVL 3.
Right. That's an open-source multimodal AI model. Multimodal meaning it can understand different types of data like images and text. And it apparently hits state-of-the-art performance on a key reasoning benchmark.
Rivaling closed proprietary models.
That's the claim. It really showcases the power of open collaboration. When the community works together, you can get these major breakthroughs accessible to everyone.
Okay, finally, let's touch on the impact AI is having on industries and the workforce.
It's becoming increasingly visible. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report really highlights this. They're emphasizing an urgent need for AI upskilling across the board.
Because AI is projected to significantly change the skills needed by, when was it, 2030?
By 2030, yeah. It's a profound shift coming to the labor market. Investing in upskilling, reskilling, it's going to be crucial for individuals and economies to adapt.
And we're seeing companies make moves already. Duolingo, for instance.
Yes, they announced they're becoming AI first,
Mm-hmm.
phasing out some human contractors for content creation and tutoring using AI instead.
That's a very direct example of AI impacting workforce strategy.
It is. It shows the AI moving from just assisting workers to potentially automating certain core functions. It's a strategic shift others will be watching closely.
And it's not just digital work. Amazon introduced Vulcan.
Right, their first physical AI robot for warehouse work. It has advanced sensors designed for complex tasks in a physical environment.
So AI integrating more into physical automation, another big trend.
Definitely. Moving beyond the screen into logistics, manufacturing, the potential impact there is enormous.
Wow. Okay, so that was quite the tour this week. We've covered governments getting involved, the critical need for infrastructure, that intense global race, plus the push for efficiency, the tricky ethical and legal questions, the rise of open source, and of course the very real impacts on jobs and industries.
It's a lot, and it's all happening so fast. These aren't isolated developments either. They're deeply interconnected. Regulation affects innovation, infrastructure enables growth, ethics guides deployment. It's all shaping AI's path forward.
So consider how these things might affect your own work, your interests. How might EU regulations impact global standards? What skills should you be thinking about for an AI-driven future? What ethical lines feel most important to you? Lots to think about.
Absolutely. Staying curious and informed is key right now.
Well, this has been your Before AGI Weekly Deep Dive. Keep exploring. And hey, for more detailed discussions, maybe some tutorials, do check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Ian Ochieng AI, spelled O-C-H-I-E-N-G. We'll keep tracking this fascinating world of AI together. Thanks for tuning in.